Classical conditioning by Ivan Pavlov is a kind of learning that occurs when a conditioned stimulus is paired with an unconditioned stimulus. After pairing is repeated, the organism exhibits a conditioned response to the conditioned stimulus when it's presented alone. Ivan Pavlov provided the most famous example of classical conditioning. Pavlov developed a procedure that enabled him to study the digestive processes of animals over long periods of time. This is an example of classical conditioning. We're presenting Rover with a stimulus here, a bell. When we ring the bell, there's no response in Rover. That's because dogs, just like human beings, are not naturally wired to have a response to a bell. Without conditioning, there is no response. Therefore, we call the bell a neutral stimulus. I can ring the bell repeatedly with no response from Rover. Next, we'll introduce Rover to a new stimulus, the sight of food and water. Rover's natural response to the sight of food and water is to salivate. He wasn't conditioned to have this reaction. It's naturally innate or inborn, and automatic, no thought, no conditioned. So, this stimulus is called an unconditioned stimulus, and Rover's response is called an unconditioned response. Next, we'll simulate Pavlov's experiment. We'll ring the bell and then present Rover with food and water. Rover salivates, not because of the bell, which is a neutral stimulus, but because of the food, the unconditioned stimulus. Now we are going to repeat this process. If we repeatedly ring the bell before presenting Rover with food, he will be conditioned to respond to the bell. Now Rover will salivate upon hearing the bell, even in the absence of food. This response has been conditioned. It's now a conditioned response, and the bell has become a conditioned stimulus.